Oh, boy. Oh, man. Well, winter had to have its last gasp. At least, they reminded it. Nah, I hated that one. Blizzard of 93 yesterday. Yeah, I had to go to work in that, and of course, I had to stay overnight because I was a cashier in a gas station, and I was the only one there. Yeah, that means you stay. Nobody else is gonna show up. I always tried. I don't see much on the screen here, but yeah, that's my little pretty little house. Yeah, every house on this block is 3 times bigger. I don't know why they built this one the way they did, and they put it so close to the road, but I don't know. I'm just grateful it's mine. I need it. I need it. Yeah. Oh, the snow. There's one I hope till next one. Diane had to, considering we actually do have a little bit of money for little fix-ups. I can't afford the big stuff, but little fix-ups, yeah, we can do that. She had to replace the bathroom toilet seat. Now we got dolphins and fish and tropical, and it's clear. Never had one of those actually. If we're gonna put a clear one on, we gotta make sure the damn thing's clean. If you're looking at a picture, you don't want it dirty. Typically, I don't worry about the toilet. If it's pretty, I want to keep it that way. Uh, I'm thinking because it's part of my life. I always make make the food. I'm not a chef, but I typically make the food. Um, Especially at our house. So she always wants me to make her salad, and she thinks it's going to help her lose weight. I doubt it. You put everything in there you're not supposed to have. You're just supposed to, as she says, be a rabbit. Just eat vegetables and you won't get fat. Whatever. Um, even the doctors agree. A little bit of everything in balance is good. But in any case, I started putting all the other stuff on the bottom and putting the lettuce on the top, which is actually better because she's gonna pick at whatever looks good, and the only way to get to it is put a fork on the lettuce to get to the stuff on the bottom. So probably, well, anybody else would just pick through the lettuce, but I like lettuce actually. I don't do salad. I probably could. It wasn't part of something I thought was good when I was a kid. But I like lettuce on my burgers and stuff, so I bought some, I see now on TV too, cheap food. Not good for you, of course. Jalapeno burgers. I mixed jalapeno in with the raw burger and spun it and molded it and froze it and boxed it, and I bought it. Tough for me to eat a burger, especially one like that with lettuce. The bigger my mouth opens, the worse it hurts. Doesn't hurt that much all the time, but I don't have teeth to chew with either. So, sometimes it does hurt a lot. Burning sensation and pain, not good. I do have a herbal remedy, but it doesn't kill it. It just keeps it down. I keep hoping again, like it's gonna work its way through and find no place to go and go away. Yeah. Sometimes the only way to go away is to go to heaven, and then there ain't nothing for them to eat. I have things to do here. Don't mean I'm gonna get them done, but as long as I can try, I'm going to. There ain't much land, but it's a hell of a lot more than I ever had. No, I seen a gas powered chainsaw for $99. I was like, I'd buy one for $99. That's an incredible deal. I don't know where it was from though. They got online auctions. I got to get good at that actually. I hooked Diane up with it. She was like, I just found all these coupons, but I'm doing it on my computer and I don't have a printer. Then do it on mine, I do. Harbor Freight had it for $169, and that's still a good deal, but I ain't giving nobody $70 if I can get one for $70 less, considering I don't get paid that much. Sometimes I have 2 days of pay. Depends on the tips. That's a totally different world than the way I just saw it. Auctions give a whole bunch of people a chance to pay whatever they're willing to pay. That is actually the free market. But there's a lot of things, especially things you need, that ain't free market. I was thinking, in terms of rent or anything else that you gotta have, grab me by the back of the neck, say, look, this is what you're gonna pay. Got it? That isn't a free market. It doesn't feel good to get grabbed by the back of your neck either. I still feel that. When I'm playing, I pretty much play, and I did feel that. The government has still got to get around to figuring out, just because they slide your stuff doesn't mean they're all good. Lobbyists, special interests, etc. It's always been that way. America managed to knock a lot of them out to become what it was, or what it was. It still is awesome. It's the best there is, in terms of mighty. We got a lot of things to figure out. And we could be looking around the world to see how some of the smaller places make decency too. I understand that, you know. There is a need for the free market. There is. But it needs to remain free. Whatever. Things are in progress, I'm telling you, you know. I ain't gonna try and dictate it because there ain't no way I could. It's way too big. I just bitch about whatever passes through me, and sometimes I applaud if something's good when I see it. I wouldn't have this place if there wasn't a crash. You know. Dying didn't save, etc., etc. Yeah, seriously. In terms of a video diary being useful, there's many reasons for it. Don't, you know, like I told one of my younger Facebook friends, don't put hormones in there. It'll come back to haunt you. Keep that between you and God and sometimes your partner. Probably you, God, and your partner. Do not put it on the internet. If you ever get somewhere, it's worse than having a beer. You know, a lot of us drink when we're at home. I'm at home. I'm not anyplace else. I'm not going driving. So, home is the best place to drink, really. The value of the video diary. For your own family, if you ever had kids, they're gonna definitely be interested in what you were like when you were young. I don't have kids. I might like to do the surrogate thing. I'll give you my sperm if I dig your genes too. And you know what I'm about because I'm sharing it. So that has a value. Um, um, if you ever wanted to hope to get someplace in where they think it's where you get paid good to think and know things, they don't pay much for labor anymore. They keep trying to not. Comes down to that. I still don't have any proof I'm smart on paper, but I'm pretty good at what I do. Basically, the point comes down to, if nothing else, if you do what I'm doing, a video diary, I actually hand it out to people I like. If they dig me, they dig me. They don't, they don't. Shit happens. But it's really down to you and God. I always did it because yeah, the same thing exactly because He wants me to. I think it's a personality thing. I really need to, but I also talk to God all the time or Daddy, whatever. Started with a handwritten, then I went to audio tapes. Now it's this. Gotta tell you, I was just thinking about that. My voice is so different than what it was when I was 20. But I wouldn't have done, you have to be a certain way at any given time to be yourself. I was going to say to make things easier where you're at, but you still gotta be you. Whatever is. I was just looking at the insight. Man, if they actually get it right and it does exactly what they promoted it to do, and then I make changes, oh my God, what an incredible car. It's the only thing I have left from the times when things were good. This is good too, but I mean, I don't want to lose everything. I don't know what's going to happen. I just deal with what is when it is and do the best I can to do what I can with what Daddy shows me. And a lot of times he's not. You do what you got to do, with or without him. Not so much he's never with you, but most of the time you're doing it on your own. Sometimes he'll pitch in and say, "Hey, do this." You got to hear it though. Diane really wanted out of the city so bad at the time. She was thinking, trying to do it fast, and I wouldn't let it go that way. This is where I decided we need to be, and she liked it, and I liked it, and except for the highway behind us that I will have, I'll have the fence up by the next 6 months. It is good. Thank you, Daddy. Look at how much time I got left. 4 minutes. It'll turn itself off. I'm definitely bugged. Winter had to have its last shot. It's still got a couple of days. I always title it with a date. I don't know what the date it is at the moment. I know it's past the 15th, and it ain't the 21st. I gotta get more cigars. They're expensive, but I don't smoke them all the time. Oh man, some of them can really be expensive. The beer distributor, cheapest one was like $4, and it went up from there. And that's just one. They gotta be really tasty though. Someday maybe. Yeah, tomorrow I'll day shift. I'm the chef in the house, so I got all kinds of things prepared and ready to microwave. A lot of it's frozen. I mean, I have to prepare it, but sometimes I like to have stuff that I made personally. Scrambled eggs, kielbasa, and add some cheese and microwave it. Milk to the scrambled eggs too, keep it nice and. Remember, I got one tooth left to chew with, so mainly the tongue does it. So that works really well in the morning. Gum. Jalapeno burgers. She's making, or she asked me to make because she don't make, but I'm the chef, so. Turkey bacon. Turkey kielbasa or sausages.